Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hey everyone, it's July 15th. Today's reflection is titled A Scribbled Tablet. This one was inspired by a quote from Maya Angelou's, I believe, final autobiography, Mom and Me and Mom. And the quote goes like this. She said, "All right, you go. But remember this, when you cross my doorstep, you have already been raised. With what you have learned from your grandmother Henderson in Arkansas, and what you have learned from me, you know the difference between right and wrong. Do right. Don't let anybody raise you from the way you have been raised. Know you will always have to make adaptations in love relationships, in friends, in society, in work. But don't let anybody change your mind. And then remember this, you can always come home." What a wonderful quote. Some very sage advice in there. And here is my reflection. Tabula rasa. You've likely heard the phrase before. It's Latin for blank slate. Literally translated, it means scraped tablet. That is, a tablet with the writing erased. That's what you were when you were born. Instead of coming into the world with any sort of built-in beliefs or set plans, you came in empty, ready to learn, ready to absorb, and ready to imitate. The people you learned from, absorbed, and imitated, those were your caregivers. This could be your parents, grandparents, uncle, aunt, family, friend, whoever. They are the bedrock on which your moral foundation was laid. They are the anchors of your identity. They, hopefully or maybe, are your lifelong refuge and safety net. It's in these formative years when you were being raised that you learned the difference between right and wrong, that you learned there are many people in this world who are good and will help others, but that you must also be wary of those in this world who would bring harm to you and others. Those early years were when the first lines of your morality and understanding of what it means to be human were etched. But as you grew, you found that there were others, sometimes even yourself, who would attempt to continue or rewrite some of those lines, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. And this is a part of life. Your tablet is constantly being written and written over. If it weren't, you'd be dead. But you must never forget the foundations, those first lines or your thesis. Do what is right. Help those who cannot help themselves. Show courage in the face of hardship. Protect the weak. Act with justice. Speak the truth. Practice patience, forgive others and yourself. Lead by example, not force. Give freely to those in need and stand firm in virtue. And if these were not the first lines of your tabula rasa, if you were never raised this way, know that it's never too late to learn and write the lines for yourself. Remember this, and you will always find a home in your actions. And there ends today's reflection. It's funny, as I'm reading this one about tabula rasa and the blank slate, I was just reading the Magic Treehouse book to my daughter, the one where Jack and Annie go back in time to ancient Rome and meet Marcus Aurelius, and they take with them the old slates that were covered in wax that they would scrape their notes into their writings with a stylus, and then when they were done, they would smooth it over again, scrape it clean, to write more. That was a fun book, and a cool way to introduce Marcus Aurelius to a little kid. Anyway, here is your reflection question for today. Do I have a home in my actions? Does my moral compass lead me there? So get your thoughts down in your journal, on your napkin, or on your wax tablet if you have one from ancient Rome, and give that one a think. That's it for today, July 15th. I'll be back tomorrow, July 16th, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.